Hi guys, it is John C. Morley here, Serial Entrepreneur. Welcome to IFYL. Today's Monday night, July 18th, 2022. Great to have you here at IFYL. If you're new, you're going to see there's a QR code in the top right corner. Just use your phone, point to it, scan that QR code, and that'll direct you over to my link tree with lots of great information, including a brand new button that we've added a few weeks ago, which is John's Daily National Day Video. So every day, I basically have a video that I do for the day. Every day has a meaning and a purpose that it was established for. For example, today, in case you guys didn't know, was National Sour Patch Candy Day. So lots of great information there. And, incidentally, if you're coming back to watch the show, thank you so much. Welcome back to my friends, colleagues, and associates that come back and support me all the time. It's great to have you here. You all know how we do this every week. We start on a Saturday and we end on a Friday. If you are new, that's how we do it. We have a master topic, and every night we have a little more of a granularity to that topic. So again, thank you so much for popping by, and I hope that some of the new people will become loyal, just like many of the long timers that have been here for a while. So let's get into that master topic, shall we? Great. Our master topic is How to Understand Others, series episode 3. Yes. So when we talk about understanding others, there's a lot that goes into that recipe, okay? And so thinking about how much something affects another is one thing. So to understand others, we said you have to understand yourself, which we talked about yesterday, but also to understand others, you have to be in their world. That's the best way. You want to empathize, you want to learn, you want to picture yourself in their shoes for a moment so you can kind of understand the situation. Because I think what happens is a lot of times people get bombarded, or they get sidetracked, and they're not really sure what's going on. But what I want to tell you is this: all you have to do is take that general initiative, okay, to pretend to be in someone else's shoes. And when you do this, it opens up worlds and worlds of possibilities. So let's try this out for a moment. So here you are, and maybe you're a student, maybe you're a teenager, and let's say your parents have just told you no to something. What I want you to do, because that's how they always respond to you, but let's say you want to get a yes this time. I want you to picture yourself being in their shoes for just a moment. Before you even ask the question or what you're going to do, I want you to picture yourself in their shoes. And now that you're in their shoes, you have an understanding of how they would respond. And so now you could frame the question a little bit differently to say, oh, yeah, I want to go to this party this weekend. There is definitely going to be adult supervision. I like to go with Katie, and my other friends are coming. The parents are taking our keys at the door to anybody who drinks, and giving them back in the morning. So it's going to be really safe. Mom, I know you're probably worried. You can call some of the other moms who said it's okay for their kids to go, and you could talk with them. And then the older brother, Brent, is going to be at the party the whole time, and making sure that his brother doesn't get out of whack with the party. And he's very responsible. And so I think that's going to be pretty cool. And I know that you're concerned about me going to the party because you're worried about me drinking. I'm not even going to probably drink, but you're just worried about what might happen. And I'm here to tell you that it's going to be a controlled party, because of the rules. And if I have a drink, I won't come home till the next morning because they're going to take our keys, which I think is a great thing. And it's just a precautionary. I think it's a great thing. I know that I've never been to a party like this before. And I know you probably had premonitions of bad parties and worries and thoughts of things like this. And I want to tell you that, Mrs. Johnson is really being strict about this. She wants us to have a good time, but she also wants us to obey all of her rules. And she's told us that Brent is going to be enforcing those rules. And so you have nothing to worry about. So now you ask the question, you're like, Mom, so can I go to the party? And so she might say yes. She might say, I'll talk to Dad. Or she might say, well, let me call Mrs. Johnson. Let me call. Sure, you can call her. And then she calls and she talks to a couple of the parents. Says, oh, yeah, that's exactly what's happening. And now you feel a little more comfortable. But you wouldn't have been able to do that if you couldn't empathize by stepping in your mom or your dad's shoes. Because there's a reason why people act the way they do. Not to be jerks, not to give you a hard time. It's because they've had certain lessons in their life. And they don't want you to experience them in a negative way. I mean, that's really the nutshell. That's the reason. And so when we think about stepping in someone else's shoes, let's do it another way. Let's pretend for a moment that you're a sales rep, you're a consultant, and you are trying to get your prospect to go with you. Remember, you don't sell anything. You want to learn about their problems. So let's pretend that you are the client for a moment, and you're asking that client, you're trying to learn about their problem, and you're not going to want to be sold if you were the client, right? You're going to want to learn about their problem in as much detail as you can, and ask the questions you would ask as if you were a client. Now that you have that information and you're armed with that information, it really makes it good, because now you understand what information might come through. And so now when you're asking questions of the prospect, or you're trying to get them to engage with you, you know what to expect, right? You know what to expect. Let's pretend for a moment that you're in a debate. All right, now this is a really hard one, but you're in a debate, and you want to win the debate. We all know that you want to win the debate, but you might lose the little minor arguments, but you can still win the debate, right? So it's okay to lose one or two small arguments as long as you win the debate, the rest of the arguments. So let's pretend that you've got a group of people, and I want you to pretend for a moment. Let's just say this is you got liberals, you got conservatives, let's say for the moment, and I want you to pretend for a moment that you are a liberal, okay? And now I want you to pretend for a second that you've switched, that you are now in the radicals' shoes. And I want you to ask the question that you would want to be asked if you were a radical. And you'll start to get some keen insights about what it is that's going to affect their decision. And I think this is really, really, really cool. It's so cool because when you understand that the decision actually comes in how you ask the question. The decision comes in how you ask the question. So if I ask the question with the right words, I'm probably going to get a yes answer. I remember a wise person saying one time that they wanted to do something. And so this person was at a monastery, studying to become a priest. And the person asked the Holy Father, came up to the Father, and said, Father, I always pray a lot, and I'd like to ask you if it would be okay to smoke my pipe. And so the father came back and said to him, my child, it's probably not in the best interest to smoke your pipe, so I would say, no, you can't smoke your pipe. And so he goes out of the monastery, he walks outside. And the gentleman sees another older gentleman, and he's smoking his pipe. He says a few choice four-letter words. How are you able to smoke a pipe? He goes, did you ask? Yeah, of course I asked. You smoke his pipe. How'd you ask? I went to the father, and I said to him, would it be okay to smoke my pipe? And he said, no. See, that's your problem. It's how you asked. How I asked. Yeah, I went to the same father, and he spoke it away. And I asked too, but I asked differently. I said, Father, would it be okay if I smoke my pipe while I pray? Father comes back. He says, it's always appropriate to pray. So the order in which you ask something affects the decision. If he would have said, can I smoke my pipe, right, in a different order, and said, while I pray, can I smoke my pipe? And he would have said, no. Would it be okay, Father, if I smoke my pipe while I pray? Son, it's always appropriate to pray. And I think a lot of times we've done that in life when we were younger. Like, we didn't even know we did it, but we were intelligent and we did it. We wanted to get the car keys. Or we wanted to go out. We might have said something like, Mom, would it be okay if I drive home my friends after we stop? Or in this case, would it be okay to get a slice of pizza with my friends before I drive them home? Now, if I ask the other way, can I drive them home and they get a slice of pizza, they'd be like, so the last thing in the person's mind is the pizza, right? So if I say, would it be okay to drive my friends home and then you could say, I want to get a piece of pizza or something. It's the order of operations. This reminds me of something really important, being an engineer and algebra. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. We all know that means parenthesis, exponents, multiplication, division, subtraction. So the order in which we do something in life can greatly affect it. Let me give you another example. So you have a customer. You're trying to get them to agree with you. Say, would it be okay if, let's say, the thing that you're trying to put to the other side, you're always going to leave the easy part to the right, would it be okay if I get a deposit as we're going to be making the delivery tomorrow? After we make the delivery tomorrow, or would it be okay to get a deposit while I'm installing your new hardware? They want the new hardware, so they're going to say yes. So the order of operations is so very crucial. I'll give you another one. Boy Scouts, okay, Scoutmaster or a patrol leader. Would it be okay to what? We always want to put the thing we want them to say yes to again. Would it be okay if I whittle while I teach the Cub Scouts a new skill? So he doesn't really want me to whittle, but I mentioned the skill, so he's going to say yes to that. If I would have said, will it be okay if while I teach the Cub Scouts a new skill that I whittle? Oh, you really shouldn't be whittling around the Cub Scouts. But the fact that I changed the order, it changed the perception of it. It's the same thing. It's just a perception. All right, let me give you another one. Would it be okay if I eat my licorice while I'm in the waiting room? If I ask it the other way, while I'm in the waiting room, may I eat my licorice? No. See, you always put the thing that you want to be, let's say, out of the way. You want it like, it's kind of like the white elephant. Put that first. And the second thing is what's going to stick in people's mind, like with the pipe. Father, would it be okay if I smoke my pipe while I pray? Because the last thing to be in the mind is to pray. Son, it's always appropriate to pray. Does that make sense? That is so very powerful, but it will take you a while to use that with finesse. And when you do, it's going to be like this meteor coming at somebody like, I didn't see that coming. And if you do it again, they're still not going to notice it. I think that's so amazing. Hey, this has been a great evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed IFYL tonight. And be sure to like, love, support my channel. Definitely comment below. Yes, comment below what you thought about tonight's episode and the order of how you ask. The operations of how and order of how you ask makes a great difference to whether something will be given a yes or a no. Then, of course, tag your friends, colleagues, and associates. Share this out with everyone you know on social media. And then go to my YouTube channel, John Space, E Space, M-O-R-L-E-Y, Space Serial Entrepreneur. Look for the key phrase, help keep our content free. And then make the choice, ladies and gentlemen, to buy my team and I a cup of coffee. You know, we'll be so grateful with those pennies and dollars. We'll invest into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, and even new facilities. Even the most jaw-dropping, motivational content ever. I thank you so much for popping in. It has been great to be with you guys. And, of course, you know, we'll be so grateful with those pennies and dollars. Investing them into anything that we need to give you the best content means a lot to us and helping us keep this vision alive to inspire people to become better versions of themselves. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your night. And you know what? I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care, everyone.